Dude, after the orange dreamsicle episode, I've been seeing orange dreamsicle everywhere.
It's a popular-ish flavor,
Just
but everywhere?
two days ago, I saw it at a convention that I was in. It was orange dreamsicle fudge. And I'm like, fudge? Okay, I'll get behind this. It was the best worst decision of my life. I feel like I haven't finished it yet. I bought an entire pound of fudge.
Oh, why'd you commit to a whole pound of fudge?
It was like a pound for $20, and you get four
Just
different
'cause
flavors, 4 slices.
It doesn't mean you should do it.
And I was at a convention, and I was like, well, I'm spending money anyways. Let me just get some fudge, some quality fudge. And there was orange dreamsicle, so I was like, get me some of that. Okay. Oh god, clear my throat a little bit. Hello,
Yeah.
and welcome to
Hello.
Tea Time with Thomas and Ty. I'm your host, Thomas, and then...
I am your other host, Ty.
Nice, okay, cool.
Yeah, we're doing great.
Today, we're doing another day of David's Tea's 24 Days of Matcha. Today's day 18. Almost at 17.
Yeah, we had the spoon that one day, and it kind of threw us off a little bit. But 17 days of matcha and 1 spoon so far.
We've been talking about the spoon for 2 weeks straight. I can't, like... what are we gonna do now that we don't have it anymore?
I guess just drink matcha. I don't know. I'm hoping there's another little mystery gift in there, because the spoon is very exciting.
Okay, let's... You want to just jump right into it then?
Yeah, I guess at this point, there's no point in explaining it. We're going to open this tea, and we're going to drink the tea, and we're going to rate the tea.
The day 18 box looks like a watermelon.
Where is it? Ooh, it does look like a watermelon. It's even like bulbous like a watermelon. All right, what do we got? And survey says it is a raspberry matcha.
Raspberry matcha?
How do you feel about raspberry flavoring, Thomas? Just like in general, not with matcha. You a raspberry guy? Throw the box over there.
I am a raspberry guy when it comes to water ice. What?
Wooter, as you
Wooter
say in
ice?
Philadelphia.
God damn it, this is a Philly thing. I'm a raspberry guy when it comes to Italian ice. That's what everyone else in the world says, right? Italian ice. But
Yes.
when it comes
Yes,
to
that is
tea,
what we all say.
I don't drink a lot of fruity, like, fruit infusion teas. So, I don't know. How about you?
Fruit tea is really popular. I mean, it's obviously a huge part of the market, but it's all like, decaf, playing on the health thing. I don't love fruit tea, but there's definitely a time and place. Raspberry, if I went to the store and I was like picking berries, I usually don't grab raspberry. I go like blueberry, strawberry. But I don't dislike raspberry. It's a B tier fruit, so I don't think that's gonna like sway me super hard on whether I like this or not. But I will keep an open mind.
Okay, yeah. If this is like the blueberry matcha way back when, if you still remember,
I
where
do.
it was
That was
actually good.
It's
For
like
once,
that was our 4th day was the blueberry matcha, and me and you were so pleasantly surprised. We both gave it almost a 4. We both gave it a 3.9, and we're just like, they nailed the taste of blueberries. But neither of us, had a super huge affinity for blueberries.
all right. Oh, we should like smell it.
Oh yeah.
Forgot how this works.
Smell. It's been a second. We got a little lazy there. Ooh, it smells really good.
Oh, if this was mixed up in a slushy, I would eat it. Look up what the reviewers say.
Yeah, I
because
gotta do that.
It will definitely be at least a 4-star, because it always is.
I've already pulled it up. The raspberry matcha from David's
Well, wait,
Tea.
let me predict what the rating is.
Okay. What do you think the raspberry matcha is going to be?
4.7.
4.6.
Damn!
You were so close. I mean, they've all been a high 4 point something, so it's not super hard to guess at this point. But yeah. All right.
Wow.
Should we dive into some of the reviews first, or do you think we should cue the brew?
I think we should see if there's any interesting reviews first, and then if there isn't, I'll cut this out.
All right. What are people saying?
Actually, do you know what I love reading? The 2-star reviews. Because
1
1 star, it could be fueled by just extreme hatred for the matcha or something, you know? It could be just fueled by like emotional rage. But 2 stars? 2 stars, there's something happening there. Like they have some thoughts.
All right, here let's from 2 years ago, Barista James says the best matcha or lemonade, 5 stars. Interesting. Thank you, Barista James.
Okay. Let me just read one from... I feel like reading these make us feel like a David's Tea chill or something. For some reason. Let me read a 2-star review. Alright. From Nurse Court. Title. Just okay.
That was the whole review.
No, okay, there's more. There's a couple that's just like 2 words or whatever, but it says, you need a lot to make your drink flavorful. I guess that's a hint for how we should brew this? Huh. Okay. Ingredients, cane sugar, matcha green tea, natural raspberry flavoring.
Any other reviews look interesting? This person from Lol Nope from California who likes hot tea, which is important because we will be drinking our drink hot, said, ew, 1 star. This flavored matcha is disgusting. It tastes like cherry cough syrup mixed with a sweetened, grassy green tea. The flavor overall is just a mess. I'm very disappointed in the taste of this matcha.
Okay. So what we need to pay attention to is cherry cough syrup and putting this entire packet into a small amount of water so we can get the most flavor. That's basically
all right. I think we got it. Also, I'm going to assume this is another one that David C. doesn't want added to hot tea just because they're crazy.
Yeah. I would not associate raspberry with like hot stuff.
No. This needs to go in something cold, but here we are.
All right. Well, are you ready to cue the brew?
Cue the brew, Thomas. See you in a second.
See you in a few. How do you forget your own catchphrases?
Okay. Leave me alone, Thomas. We haven't done this in a while.
Does this matcha look kind of swamp water to you?
Swamp water? I mean, all the matcha's green. And
yeah, I mean, like
dark green.
Yeah, like all the matchas are like variants of dark green, but this feels like a dirty dark green. Do you get what I'm feeling? Do you get what I'm seeing? I don't know.
It's maybe a little darker than some
like
of the others.
Dirtier. For some reason, this is reminding me of like New York City sewer water after a rain or something.
There was one that smelled really bad. I remember comparing that to like sewer water. But I don't think this one looks like New York City sewer water.
The smell for this one actually is better than others.
Yes, I would 100% agree with that. A lot of the others either have no smell or it's actively bad. This one smells all right.
Yeah, I'm excited. I am ready to... I'm ready to take a sippy sip.
Yeah, all right. Clear minds, open throat.
Yep.
Cheers, Thomas.
Cheers.
Oh.
Okay.
It's not bad. I'm gonna need a couple more sips.
Yeah, I'm taking a couple more sips before I say anything, but...
Don't mind us, yeah.
But that review where it says that you need to brew this heavy, basically, is, I feel like, right on the mark.
Yeah, if I would have filled a full cup here, 8+ ounces of water, this would have felt very diluted. The cough syrup review is not accurate in the slightest. I'm not picking up any like syrupy heavy notes. It is a little more like watery.
Yeah, what cough syrup does that person drink? I want to drink that.
Okay, we do not condone drinking cough syrup on Tea Time with Thomas and I.
We do not condone drinking it recreationally.
Yes.
But, buy some raspberry flavored cough syrup for when you're sick.
We're not anti-medicine. We're really talking ourselves into a corner here.
No, we're talking ourselves out of a corner.
This is taking a second. I can't pin down what this tastes like.
I can kind of taste the raspberry, but there's a lot of sweetness.
There is a ton of sweetness. And my biggest note is I don't get any of like that herbal vegetal taste that you usually get with the aftertaste of matcha.
Really?
This is maybe the first one where feel like I'm just drinking a thick fruit tea, which is interesting. I do think they've got the raspberry flavor down. It might be a little sweeter than what a true raspberry tastes like. It's definitely like enhanced with some sort of syrup or sugar. But like the most base flavor, I feel like is pretty true to what raspberry is.
Yeah. I do still taste some of the matcha at the very end, but this is definitely the least amount of that astringent matcha taste. Yeah.
I mean, I definitely kind of get like that grainy, earthy mouthfeel a little bit. But honestly, I'm not picking up. Maybe for a split second, I kind of get that herbal taste, that grassy taste. But for the most part, I'm just getting the fruit.
I do agree with your assessment that this just feels like a thicker fruit tea, except with a ton of sugar.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's peeling me up. I'm gonna be on a sugar rush after this one. Do they have like nutrition facts on this? Is this one extra sugary?
A single cup has 6 grams of sugar. That is
That's a lot of sugar for a single cup.
for matcha. Yeah, that's like, damn. How much sugar does a can of soda have?
More than that.
Yeah, like
Let's find out.
20 something percent.
39 grams
39
for a 12
grams.
ounce cola.
Okay, so I guess like from the amount of sugar that I'm tasting versus how much is actually in this cup of matcha, I guess that's fine.
Yeah, this is probably more than 6 grams because this is more than one serving of matcha they give us.
Ah, okay, yeah. Okay, so I'm just drinking sugar water then.
Yes, me and you are both sitting here drinking warm sugar water this morning.
You know what? I love sugar though, so my review is definitely going to be biased because of how sweet this is.
It's really easy to drink. Yeah, it kind of goes down smooth. It feels like you're just having like a Coke or something. It doesn't taste like a Coke. It just kind of goes down easy like that. Where it's just you're drinking something sweet, you're kind of sipping on it, you're not really paying attention, and all of a sudden the can's gone. You know, it's really a quality cup. This does give me like slight reminders back to the blueberry matcha, where we're just like everything was good. I don't think it leaned too hard on the raspberry flavor. I think it was just sweet. I think it was more sugar than it was fruit. Which that's fine. I did not drink this. If you would have given me this in a blind taste test, I would have not been able to tell you that was raspberry. I would have told you it was, you were going for like a fruity, tropical berry flavor, maybe, but I wouldn't have been able to be like, that was a raspberry. Well, the matcha, the blueberry matcha, I could have told you that was a blueberry. That tasted exactly like a blueberry. I think I'm done with this. All right, time for day 18. Matcha raspberry. For those of you that maybe just be tuning in right now, maybe interested on the raspberry matcha, we review this on a 1 to 5 Richter scale based on 3 main factors, that being mouthfeel, taste, aromatics. We will do an overall review, combining all the different factors into one final score from 1 to 5, and then finally a 1-phrase takeaway that we really feel resonates with us on this cup of tea. Thomas, you want to kick us off with the raspberry matcha day 18 on the mouthfeel? What was the oral sensation you got? The physical sensation you got?
Oral sensation. That is a word, I guess.
That is a word that I just used right now.
You know what? We talked about this before. This just went down really well.
It did.
I have nothing to say about like, I don't know, just straight. Okay, 4.5.
That was the quickest we've ever got a review. 4.5. All right. Yeah, I think for the most part, I've already shared my thoughts on this. It didn't really like coat my tongue too heavy, like a lot of the matcha will kind of like stick to your mouth, and you'll be sitting there just with that taste, be a little grainy. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't like heavy or chunky. It was very smooth, finely ground. Mouthfeel was good. I don't know if it was 4.5 good. I do like mine a little bit creamier, and this was pretty light, but I still think for how it paired with the rest of the cup, I'm going to give it a low 4. I'm going to call it a 4.1. All right, Thomas, give it a 4.5 for mouthfeel. We're off to a strong start.
Yeah.
I don't know what our highest rated tea is yet, but 4.5 is a rare thing to see. The maple matcha, you gave an overall 4.4. Let me see if there's anything else that has beaten that.
The cherry blossom.
Cherry blossom, I think, is the current leader with a 4.5.
You know, it's cherry blossom season right now.
Do you think David's Tea has it in store?
Yes, because
I
I
gave it a
bought
4.6. Oh yeah, you messaged me like a month ago. You're like, I bought cherry blossom.
I bought it. The second it went on sale, I bought the shit out of that. I have so many packets of cherry blossom matcha.
That was so good. All right. Well, we're off to a strong start for the raspberry matcha. Thomas, step number 2, the taste. What was the flavor like? Picture the flavor wheel in your head. What flavors spoke to you? How do they pair well with others? Or do you have a bias towards one? Do you think it missed the mark on another? What do we think?
Okay. I really like sweet things, right?
As do I, yes.
And
who doesn't?
So for a sweet drink, this feels like the equivalent of like a Thai milk tea that you get at Chinatown. Have you ever had Thai milk tea?
I've had lots of milk tea. I don't know if I've had Thai milk tea.
You should go out and get some, because like this basically reminded me of that. How the notes of what it's actually supposed to be, for Thai it's a black tea, is extremely masked by just how fucking sweet it is.
Okay.
Here, I buy Thai milk tea a lot. But if I wanted to give it a critical review, it definitely is more like sugar water. Well, creamy sugar water than an actual tea. And this feels kind of like the same thing. So I love this. But raspberry-wise... Yeah, I love this, but raspberry-wise, there probably could have been a little bit more raspberry. But that being said, I would drink this again, so 4.
4? Yeah, I think, Thomas, you pretty much are aligned with what I was thinking. This wasn't really raspberry at all. This was just sugar. This was just sweet. You could argue that it was fruity. It definitely smelled fruity. But the taste itself was just of sugar. That said, I love sugar. And I think sugar is a great pair with kind of like that vegetal flavor of matcha. But the matcha flavor wasn't there. So this was a cup of sugar water, as Thomas has already iterated. And for that reason, I didn't hate it. Obviously, because I don't eat sugar. But I didn't love it because it wasn't very complex. It was kind of just was what it was, and it did it fine. Maybe a little too strong. I'm going to call it like a 3.7. All right, Thomas. This cup of tea is definitely above par. If we're calling 3's average, which I believe is kind of what we've agreed on for the most part, this one's looking like it's going to be above average, because the first thing we said was we both like the smell, and the last factor we got is aromatics. Thomas, talk to me about how the smell impacted your decision on this tea.
The smell was actually good, and it stayed good as I was brewing. We had some matchas where it smells good in the packet, and then you brew it, and then it just
sewage.
Yeah, it's terrible. This one, it smelled like raspberry, or at least like raspberry candy or something, in the package, and then you brew it, and it still smelled like raspberry. Maybe like, with a little bit of matcha, but it actually still kept that raspberry smell. So this is definitely above average. The smell could be better though. So I don't know. I would give this like a 3.9, maybe.
3.9, really? Interesting. That felt a little low, Thomas.
I was gonna give it a 4. But then I just remembered that my threshold for a 4 is would I buy this? Like 4 is I would buy this. And just from smell alone, if I smelled this, would I buy it? And god damn it. Would I buy it? Here, let me just smell the empty cup. Actually, bump it up to a 4. I'd buy this.
Wow. In the moment decision.
Okay.
Take notes, David's tea. It's just that little extra bit, that final push is what opens up Thomas's wallet. For me, the aromatics were the best part of this cup of tea. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I wish a lot of the other teas, actually, if you would have just taken this smell and put it almost in any of the other cups of tea, I probably would have enjoyed a lot of them more. A lot of them were pretty bland smelling, or even bad. At least for the fruitier flavors. This one was more true to the raspberry flavor as compared to like the taste. The taste didn't really give me raspberry notes, but it kind of smelled like raspberry. All that to say, I'm going to give it a 4.2. I enjoyed the smell. The smell was its most redeeming quality.
Okay.
So overall, Thomas, You gave it a 4.5 for mouthfeel, a 4 for taste, and a 4 for aromatics. What is this tea overall?
So, the fact that this reminds me so much of Thai milk tea, just in terms of everything, except that instead of black tea, they made it raspberry and matcha instead. I feel like I should give the same rating as I would a standard Thai milk tea, which is usually a 4.2.
4.2.
Yes. I would buy this.
That's going to be like a top 5 tea for sure. That might be top 3. Is that top 3? It's definitely top 5.
It's definitely top 5. David's tea did not give us 5 good teas yet. I don't think this might be the 5th good tea.
Maybe. We're using the word good pretty loosely. For me, overall, I would say this is like pushing a 4 for me. But there wasn't really anything that I thought was unique enough to me. I don't have the same affinity for Thai milk tea. I've had lots of milk teas. This didn't really remind me too much of milk tea. To me, this was just a sweet smelling cup of sugar water, which is fine. You know, I love sugar. I love fruits. So I'd call it a 3.9. I liked it, but it didn't really do anything special. It was what it was.
I think this is the first time that we've had a final rating that's across the 4 threshold. I would buy it and you wouldn't?
No, that's definitely happened a couple times. I mean, we've been pretty aligned for the most part, but let's see. There has to be one. Whoa. We've always been like a point or two. The mango matcha, I was under the 3 threshold and you were over the 3 threshold. You gave the wild honey a 4. And I also gave it a 4. No.
Yeah, I think this
might be the first. If we're calling it buying something a 4, yeah, this is probably the first time we've kind of diverged on that. Oh no, the very first one, the cream of Earl Grey.
Oh, the one with
I gave a 4.1, and you gave a 3.5, which I think to date is our biggest divergence in score.
It might be. You know what? That just proves how well our grading system works.
It's standardized, USDA approved. It's the real deal. That said, the final step of this grading process, our standardized tea review. Thomas, give me your notes. Give me your one little sentence takeaway. A stranger walks up to you on the sidewalk and says, "How was the raspberry matcha?" And you say,
"It's going to give me a cavity."
It's going to give me a cavity.
I can already feel the sugar.
What would I say? My one phrase takeaway. I like yours. Yours was that was funny. That was witty. Not really raspberry. Just sugar.
Just sugar. Sugar water is for hummingbirds.
Wait, I love that. Dang, you have so many good ones. You're on it today, Thomas.
That's what happens when I drink sugar at time is it? At 9 a.m. Well, I guess it was 8 when we started drinking.
All right. I think, Thomas, that'll conclude day 18. We're coming to the close of this 24 days of matcha.
Yep. And although the 24 days of matcha was supposed to be an advent calendar made only for December, we have retroactively decided that it's not all going to be released in December, if you guys haven't noticed.
Yeah. I think about midway through of going every single day, Thomas and I were like, I don't think we could drink this much matcha in this quick of succession. So we decided to space it out a little bit for our own well-being.
Yeah, so you guys can catch all the other episodes of Tea Time with Thomas and Ty on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Our website is teatime.show, and our Twitch is The Tea Guys.
Thanks for watching, and we will catch you on the next one.
Yeah, thanks for listening, you watchers.
Oh, okay. We're not streaming on Twitch right now. Thanks for listening.
We're not streaming right now. Maybe later, after we finish this matcha and get back to regular tea.
We powered through the last 6 days of this matcha.
All right, catch you guys later.
Bye.